Hey guys, Lee Aller here to show you how to log into your Google Apps for Education MCS account. I'm going to go ahead and log into my Google Chrome internet browser. You can use Internet Explorer, Safari, Firefox, or any browser, but Google runs best on Chrome, and I'll do a later tutorial on how to install Chrome on an MCS machine coming up. So I'll go ahead and click on Chrome. And this will open my internet, and I'm actually logged in, so I'll log out really quick so I can show you how to log in. This takes me straight to Google, but in this case I'm going to go ahead and click on the browser bar and type in Google. So that's what I want you to do as well. And we're all familiar with the standard Google page. If anytime you wanted to search for something, we could certainly do that. We could search by voice now, a really cool feature. But if you'll notice in the upper right hand corner, Google Apps for Education and MCS has apps for you. So I'm going to go ahead and sign into my MCS Apps for Education account. So I'll click sign in. This will take me to the sign in page. This is a Mac thing, so I'll hit deny. And then at the email, I'm going to have to enter my full email, and that is including my atmonet.k12.ca.us. I do not need to enter my password here because when I click sign in, it's going to take me to the MCS Google login page. So I'll hit sign in. Now, when you hit sign in, it may take you to a not trusted. That is the Modesto City Schools web filter, and of course it is their login page, so it absolutely is trusted. So just go ahead and hit allow, and you may be prompted to do that twice. But this is the Google login page. Once you're here, if you wanted to bookmark this, you could bookmark it as well, so you could skip the Google part. I'm just used to going to Google, so I do that all the time. At the username, just enter your username without your email at the end, so just my username. And here I do need to enter my password, and the great thing about your password here is that it's your MCS universal password. So the same password that you use to log on to the network or to your computer every day. So I'll enter that. And I'll hit return, or I'll hit login, and you'll notice I'm back to google.com, but now I am actually signed in. I have a profile, so you'll see my profile picture. This is my Google Plus account, and Google Plus is enabled for teachers under MCS. This is my Education Plus account. I have a personal one as well. You have mail, images, and then there's a 9-tile icon for apps over here. This may differ in between browsers. If you're on Internet Explorer, you may see a black bar across here, or on Safari, you may see something different, but it's basically the same features. You'll see your Google Plus, and then you'll see a way to get to your actual apps for education, and I'll click on that right now. So here you'll see that I have apps. I have my Google Plus, Google Search, Mail, Drive, Calendar, and so on. There's more. I can click on more, and you'll see some pretty cool apps. And there's even more from Google, and Google is really famous for this, for having even more apps. So there's quite a few apps. Depending on what browser you're on, what you click on, sometimes it might open up a new tab for you. In this case, I'm on the same tab, so I'll just hit my back arrow to where I was previously, and I'm back at my Google screen. And this time what I want to do is click onto my actual apps icon, and I want to click onto my Drive. Because what Drive is just basically if you were to be synonymous with Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, or Microsoft Excel, except for all the files that you create in your Google Drive are kept up in the cloud. You can access them from any device, any computer that you sign into, a Mac or a PC, or any phone, smartphone that's enabled with a browser. Or you can get an app to sign in as well. In this case, you could create, like I said, you could create what we would call a Microsoft Word document, but it's called Google Documents. You could create a Google presentation, which is similar to PowerPoint. You could create a spreadsheet, which is similar to Excel. And Google has a really cool thing called Forms, which is an awesome way to get instant feedback from either your students or parents or all kinds of different situations. I'll be covering all of these in separate tutorials to come up. So I'm just going to go back and I'll click on my page right here just to get rid of that so you can see. Back at my Drive page, notice that it looks a lot like My Documents or your My Computer. If you click on the tree right here, you'll notice that I have folders. These are mostly student folders. I've actually stopped foldering a lot of my own documents because Google does a really cool thing. They're really good at searching. So anything you want to search for, you can just type in the name, and any document that has that in there will come up. So I often, on my own documents, I'll often skip the filing part, and so you'll see a lot more documents that aren't in folders. But you can create folders, of course, and in this case what I do is I have my students create folders, and then they share the folder with me so that I have access to all of their documents. So this is one of our future city teams, Pepperdine Island. And you'll notice that there are many different people that collaborate on the documents. I'll go ahead and I'll click on one of their presentations right now so you can see kind of the collaborative feature. All of them work on the document, and one of the cool things is that I can go through and I can actually insert comments in different locations, asking them to do different things or telling them that they did a great job. All kinds of different things that you can do as far as that goes. And depending on the share level that they have, I can go in and see the file revision and see who worked on it and when and what edits or changes they made. So really cool. This is like a PowerPoint, Google presentations, and once again all stored up in the cloud. You'll notice that when I opened up the presentation, it did open a new tab. I'm no longer in need of this document, so I'm just going to go ahead and close the tab, and I'm back to my drive. I'm in the Pepperdine folder, so if I wanted to go back to my main drive, I could just click on my drive. And if I wanted to collapse my tree, I could collapse my tree. There are more ways to filter down here, and all of your settings are set up here. But no need to worry about that. I'll cover that in a future tutorial. Once again, if you wanted to create a Google document, you would just simply hit create and then click on Google document. A new tab would be opened up. You would be prompted with a brand new Google document, no title. I would go ahead and click on the title right away and title this document whatever you wanted to title it. I have many documents titled test, so we'll call that test 2. And then you're straight into a document. So really easy to create, and you have a lot of collaborative features to go along with Google Docs and Google Presentations as well. But that will come up in a future tutorial. So I'll close this out. Back to my drive, we talked about the different apps that are available there. So what I'll actually do is click back on Google Search, which is just google.com. And I'll show you some quick features about Google Search, and then we'll sign off and set up for another tutorial. Google Search has some really great features that teachers can use. So if I wanted to search anything like the scientific method, I could just do that. I could type it in there. But you'll notice I'm still signed in. And I'll go ahead and undo that because I've taken that off. And I'll notice how we can search different formats. We can search on the web, we can search for images, we can search for maps, all kinds of different things. Most of us are familiar with those searching methods. But I'm going to go ahead and click on web, and then I'm going to click over on search tools. And if you click on search tools, you can actually click on all results, and you can change your searches by reading level. So this is a really cool feature, especially for the Common Core that's coming up. And you'll notice under scientific method that there aren't many basic, there are a lot of intermediate, and there are a lot of advanced. So I'm going to go ahead and click on intermediate, and this will filter my results according to what is determined as intermediate results. So a really cool feature as far as that goes. So I'll just go ahead and click on steps of the scientific method. Really cool page that we actually use at sciencebuddies.org for kids to create their science fair projects. So I'll just click back to my back feature. And another really cool feature that you have in Google is Translate. So I'm going to click on back onto my Google icon, and I'll click on to Translate. And this is a really cool feature that I can type in anything that I wanted to say. So say if you needed to send a letter home to all parents, you know, there will be a meeting tomorrow, and we'll just go ahead and close that at that. And say we wanted to put that into Spanish. Then we could put that into Spanish, and of course it's not going to always be perfect. It's going to be Spanglish. But I have a translator right here in Google, and I can even use a listen function as well.
A todos los padres, ¿cómo habrá una reunión de mañana?
So just some super cool features with Google. Go ahead and log on to your account and explore. I'll have some more tutorials posted pretty soon.